I still cannot believe that this has taken almost a year to get this job done. It's one of those things where I came into the garden, I would see it and just ignore it because there was other things that I wanted to deal with. And the whole problem with this raised bed was a passion fruit vine. That, and also our 2 chickens that we had. Unfortunately, we no longer have them, but this was previously a herb bed, and the 2 chickens would jump into the bed and they ate everything. They destroyed it. And then when they did destroy all of the herbs, the passion fruit vine just took over, and we allowed it to take over. But we had removed this once before and it has grown back. So if you're looking for an easy, carefree fruit to grow, then passion fruit is for you. Unfortunately, we do not like it and we had to remove it. And as you can see, the roots on this were huge. They were spread all throughout the bed, but in just 2 mornings, me and my husband did it before the sun got too hot, and I'm so pleased that we stopped procrastinating and just dealt with it. The garden is feeling so much better and it is finally a herb bed again. Okay, so we've cleared everything, we've pulled all the weeds out and the passion fruit plant which was taking over everything, and we've just been to the garden centre. We bought some new plants, new herbs to plant in, but it is super hot now. It is too hot to plant them, and the soil is so dry, so I'm going to give it a good water, maybe 2 or 3 times because it is so dry, and then I'm going to plant them all later on in the afternoon when it's cooled down a bit, because it is super hot and I don't want to shock the new plants being planted. So let's get this watered. Okay, so I've given it a really good water, and I'm going to come out in a couple of hours, give it another water, and then possibly another one before we start planting later on this afternoon when the sun is cooled down, because it is so hot. I hope you can hear me over the birds. It's getting a little bit cooler out here now, so I've given the bed another water, and I've brought all the new herbs and plants out, and I've given them a good water before I go ahead and transplant them. So the weather has cooled down nicely now, everything has been watered, so let's plan out where we're going to put everything. I'm completely new to this. I've done it a few times but not with much luck, and I've just been reading up about where to plant certain herbs because some love the sun, some don't like midday sun, some need a bit of shade. So I've tried to work it out as best as I can to plant them in the best spot. So fingers crossed, let's get these put where we want them, and then we'll start digging and getting them in. I think I've put everything where I want it, so let's get my little shovel, not my shovel, my trowel, so I don't even know the name, of the gardening tools properly. So let's get our little digger and let's get them planted. So I've got some lettuces and I've decided to plant them in these wall planters to put up here. Hopefully keep the snails off a bit better. Okay, so I'm hot and I'm sweaty, even though it's cooled down, but that job is done. We've been putting it off for so long, procrastinating, but I think we put it off for about a year. And in 2 mornings and 1 day going to the garden centre, picking out our herbs, we've come back, we've waited this afternoon till it cooled down a little bit, and I've got everything planted. So I wish I didn't wait a year to do it, but I did. And I'm so happy that I've got it done. So let's give you a look at what I've done. So I've probably planted things in the wrong place, but I'm learning as I go, so any tips are most welcome down in the comments. I've kept what have I done? I've kept the parsley, the coriander and the basil out of the direct midday sun as best as I can. And then I've got things like rosemary and oregano and sage and thyme, which with my research says thrive in the hot, the super strong heat. So I hope that information is correct, but we've planted it. It is a learning curve and fingers crossed they take off. I've also planted marigolds in between everything because I've heard that's a good repellent of pests. And yes, fingers crossed this all works because I have missed having fresh herbs and I'm learning as I go. So like I said, any tips below of what I should have done or any tips for future planting, but I've got my fingers crossed and let's see how this goes, and I will keep you updated with more projects that I'm hoping to start in the garden. Oh, and also I planted the lettuces in the wall planters and I've got them up on the wall hoping that they're a little bit safer from the snails and slugs. Oh, talking of snails and slugs, any natural remedies for pesky snails and slugs, drop that down in the comments as well, because I want to keep it organic if I can. Well, no, I am going to keep it organic. So natural remedies for slugs and snail repellents, please leave that down below. Right, that is it. I'm going in. It is actually just starting to rain, so typical, I've just watered the garden and now it's going to rain, so I'm going to go in and get some dinner. So thank you for hanging out with me today in the garden, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, any tips, comments down below, most appreciated, and I hope you all have a lovely week. See you guys later.